If a baby recovers money for their HIE brain injury at birth, how do they spend it? How does this process work? I want to talk with you about this today because I had a question in another one of my videos that actually asked that, and it was dealing with the money aspect. And does the family specifically get all of the money, or does the baby get the money? How does that work? So I want to take some time today and just quickly talk with you about how this process will work. Now, you got to remember that I'm going to talk with you about this in general. Each state may have specific rules as it pertains to this, but I'm just going to talk about it from a general standpoint. So when we're talking about these types of claims and these types of cases, you first got to say, okay, who has claims? In some instances, you may have the parents, they may have specific types of claims in which they may be able to bring under state law, and the baby will have certain types of claims that they can bring based on their injury. So when the baby has an HIE injury, then of course they will be able to make a claim in regards to that injury, assuming that medical malpractice is what caused the injury or the harm to the child. Same thing can work for the parents, depending on what type of claim you're going to make. If you're saying that it was negligence and negligence is what caused the injury or the harm to the parents, then yes, they too will be able to make a claim. And if they recover, if the parents recover, in a lot of instances, what will happen is the parents will be able to get their money directly based on what was going on with them. Now, the child, it's another world in a lot of states. What will have to happen is the money will have to go into what we call a special needs trust. And this is done to be able to protect the child's assets and be able to protect the child's money, so they'll be able to have this money over, over their life, or however long the money will be available for them. So a special needs trust is there. And again, these rules for these trusts may vary from state to state, but again, it operates in a way to be able to protect the child and to be able to protect their funds. There will be a trustee that will be put in place, and then that trustee will be able to take certain actions on behalf of the child. In a lot of states also, you may have to go to the court and petition the court to be able to take money out and to be able to spend on certain things. But this is done, like I said, to be able to protect the child's money and to make sure that it's not being spent on frivolous things. Not that that's not nothing that you want to happen, but again, we have to be realistic and we have to act in best interest and to be able to protect the child. So again, when it comes to how this money is broken up and how this process works, in general, the parents, if they have certain types of claims and they're able to recover for their claims, then yes, they will be able to get their money based on their claims. And as it pertains to the baby will be able to get money based on their injury. And again, you've got the special needs trust and all of that type of things that are there to be able to protect the child's money for the long haul. If you have more questions, maybe you're watching this video today because your baby has an HIE brain injury and you have questions as to what caused the injury. Was it medical malpractice? Was it genetics? Was it developmental? If you have all of that going on, what I invite you to do is go ahead and get your cell and give me a call. There's a phone number down below. Go ahead and get your cell and give my office a call. When you talk with my secretary, be sure to get on our calendar, pick a good date and a time for us to be able to call you back. When you pick that good date and a time, also be sure to leave a good email address, an email address that you check frequently, because sometimes we will have to contact you through email, and we want to make sure that we're sending those correspondences to an email address that you check frequently. And finally, I practice law here in the state of Maryland, and sometimes we will have people who will call us they're in the United States, but they're not in Maryland. If that is you're not in Maryland, but you contact us, just understand that we have to use local counsel or co-counsel, in other words, a lawyer in your state. And that's something that we can look to help work with you on. But I just want to make sure that you understand that co-counsel or local counsel aspect of things if you are not here in the state of Maryland. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth injury and medical malpractice lawyers practicing law here in the state of Maryland at Boston Law Group, LLC. We'll talk with you next time. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.